Have you ever woken up to the sound of a rooster crowing at sunrise? It's a sound as old as time, a signal that a new day is dawning, filled with possibilities. This story is about Rusty, a rooster who was a little different from the rest of his flock. He wasn't quite like the other roosters on the farm. Rusty's feathers shone with a beautiful warm glow, like polished copper catching the sunlight. They were truly magnificent. And his bright red comb, instead of standing tall and proud, flopped over to the side like a jaunty hat worn at a rakish angle. It gave him a rather charming, if slightly unconventional appearance, but the biggest difference was his crow. It wasn't the usual loud, boisterous call. Instead, it was softer, gentler, almost musical, not loud and proud and booming like the crows of his brothers. They seemed to compete to see who could crow the loudest. While the other roosters spent their days practicing their mighty, ear-splitting crows, Rusty preferred to listen to the world around him. The whispering of the wind as it rustled through the leaves, the gentle patter of the rain as it kissed the earth, the sweet melodies of the sparrows singing in the branches, wishing with all his heart that his own voice could be just as sweet and enchanting. The other roosters, of course, didn't understand. They often teased him mercilessly. "Rusty," they'd squawk, "your crow sounds like a leaky faucet. What kind of rooster are you?" But despite their teasing, Rusty's heart was full of beautiful melodies, not just loud, jarring alarms meant to wake everyone up. He longed to share them with the world. One peaceful evening, as the sun began to set, Rusty heard a magical song drifting on the gentle breeze, a song that was both gentle and full of deep, heartfelt emotion. It was, without a doubt, the most beautiful and captivating sound he had ever heard in his entire life. And it awakened a secret, long-dormant wish deep inside his heart, a wish he hadn't even dared to acknowledge before. Rusty knew, with absolute certainty, that he had to find the source of that enchanting music, no matter what it took. He made up his mind and set out on a journey, determined to discover the source of the song, a song that resonated so deeply with his own secret dream of sharing his own unique music with the world. And so, with a hopeful heart and a song in his soul, Rusty's great adventure began. Rusty followed the music past fields and brooks, guided by its shimmering pull. He arrived at a hidden garden glowing under the moon, with willow branches forming a gentle archway. Inside, the grass sparkled with dew, and the air hummed with magic. The garden's moon petal flowers, made of moonlight, opened only at night, releasing a sweet, starlit fragrance. With every breeze, the flowers chimed like tiny bells, creating a harmony of delicate notes. Fireflies blinked in time, adding a light show to the music. Rusty stood in awe, his heart thumping with wonder at the beauty and music surrounding him. The melody he'd followed was coming from the center of the garden, from a grand silver birch tree. Rusty knew he was close to the musicians he'd been searching for. In the heart of the garden, where sunlight dappled through the leaves and the air hummed with life, Rusty discovered a hidden treasure. He found a family of nightingales nestled amongst the branches of the old birch tree, their presence adding a touch of magic to the already enchanting space. Their voices, clear and bright, wove a tapestry of sound, a symphony of nature's own making. Each note seemed to dance on the breeze, creating a melody that resonated deep within the soul. It was gentle and lovely, filling the garden with an ethereal magic that seemed to touch everything it reached. The flowers seemed to bloom brighter, the leaves rustled with more joy, and even the air felt lighter and more vibrant. Rusty listened, completely mesmerized by the beautiful sounds, his head tilted slightly as if to better capture every note. He stood still, hardly daring to breathe, wanting to savor every moment of this unexpected concert. He felt the music fill the empty spaces inside him, soothing his worries and awakening a sense of peace he hadn't known he was missing. It was as if the nightingales were singing directly to his heart, understanding his deepest longings. He longed to join them, to be a part of their harmonious chorus, to express the joy and wonder that bubbled up inside him. He wanted to add his own voice to their song, to contribute his unique sound to the beautiful tapestry they were creating. Gathering his courage, Rusty took a deep breath and stepped forward, his heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. He opened his beak, and tried to sing along, hoping to blend his voice seamlessly with the nightingales. But instead of a sweet trill, a melodious note that would complement their song, out came a soft cock-a-doodle-doo. Still a rooster's crow, undeniably his own, but gentler and more hesitant than before. The music stopped abruptly. The nightingales stared down at him from their perch, their tiny heads cocked in curiosity and surprise. They were clearly surprised by the sudden, bold sound that had interrupted their performance. Rusty's heart sank like a stone in a pond. He hadn't meant to interrupt or ruin their song. His only intention had been to join in and share the joy of the music. He wished he could disappear into the earth, to become invisible and escape the awkwardness of the moment. He felt out of place in the delicate, quiet garden, a clumsy intruder in a world of graceful melodies. All he wanted was to share the music in his heart, to express the joy he felt through song. But it seemed he had only managed to disrupt the peace. The garden fell silent, the air thick with unspoken words and a sense of uncertainty. Everyone was waiting, holding their breath, to see what would happen next, to see how the nightingales would react to Rusty's unexpected intrusion. Rusty stood alone, feeling vulnerable and exposed, hoping against all odds for understanding and acceptance. The nightingales, a chorus of feathered maestros, led by the wise and observant Luna, peered down from their lofty perches at Rusty. They observed him with an air of quiet contemplation, their dark eyes gleaming in the moonlight. Their expressions weren't angry or hostile, but rather filled with a profound curiosity. They were intrigued by this strange, loud sound that had disrupted their peaceful serenade. Luna, ever the diplomat, decided to investigate further. She spread her wings and flew closer, descending gracefully towards the bewildered rooster. She was intrigued by Rusty's bold, almost brash, sunny sound that had erupted in their normally tranquil, moonlit world. It was a sound so different from their own, yet it held a certain undeniable energy. Rusty, sensing their scrutiny, felt a pang of remorse. He lowered his head and apologized. "I just wanted to sing with you, to share in the joy of making music." He continued, his voice tinged with sadness. "Your music is beautiful, ethereal and soothing, but my voice is all wrong. It's too loud, too jarring, too different." Pip, a young and particularly enthusiastic nightingale, chirped with youthful exuberance, "Your sound is big, it's powerful." He added, "Ours lull the world to sleep, painting dreams with soft melodies, but yours wakes it up. It announces the dawn and chases away the shadows." The nightingale's initial curiosity blossomed into genuine interest. They began to see Rusty not as a nuisance, but as a unique voice. Rusty, emboldened by their attention, explained, "It's a crow, it's what roosters do. We tell the sun to rise to begin its journey across the sky." He added humbly, "It's important, a vital part of the day, but not pretty or delicate like your songs. It's a call to action, not a lullaby." Luna listened intently, her wise eyes never leaving Rusty's face. She was seeing not a clumsy intruder, a disruptor of their nocturnal harmony, but a fellow musician with a different, equally important gift. The nightingales, influenced by Luna's understanding, began to truly grasp Rusty's dilemma, his struggle to find his place in their world. They realized that his voice wasn't wrong, just different, serving a different purpose, a different time of day. "Maybe," Luna suggested, her voice soft and melodic, "there's a way for our songs to fit together, to complement each other, to create something new." Rusty looked up, his heart filled with a mixture of hope and trepidation. Hope flickered in his eyes like the first rays of dawn. The garden, bathed in the soft glow of the moon, seemed to hold its breath, anticipating a new kind of music, a fusion of sounds that had never been heard before. With a gesture of acceptance, the nightingales invited Rusty to try again, this time not as an outsider, but as a partner, singing together in harmony. A new harmony, a blend of the nocturnal and the diurnal, a symphony of the night and the dawn was about to begin, promising a beautiful and unexpected collaboration. Luna smiled. "Your voice is like the sun, strong and bright." The nightingales saw Rusty's crow in a new light, not ugly, just different. Pip hopped down. "Show us again. Maybe a sunrise sound, not a noon one." Encouraged, Rusty took a gentle breath and let out a softer cock-a-doodle-doo filled with hope. This time the nightingales didn't stop singing. They listened for the rhythm in his call. Luna added a silvery trill, Pip a bubbling melody, and soon all the nightingales joined in, weaving their music around Rusty's crow. Rusty felt supported, his voice the strong trunk, their songs the leafy branches. His crow became an invitation, not an interruption. Together, they created a new kind of music, a blend of sun and moon, strength and magic. The garden sparkled with their unexpected harmony. Rusty realized he belonged in this song. The garden became a magical classroom. The nightingales taught Rusty to listen to the silence between notes, to feel the rhythm of the world. Luna whispered, "Let your song beat with the heart of the garden." Rusty closed his eyes, feeling the earth's gentle thrum beneath his feet. In return, Rusty showed the nightingales the joy and strength in his crow. Pip tried a funny peep-a-doodle-doo, making everyone laugh. They learned there was room for bold and gentle sounds alike. Their music grew brighter, their friendship deeper. Rusty's crow became the anchor for their melodies, giving their songs new energy. The garden glowed with their shared music. Rusty discovered his voice was a gift, not a flaw. As the night passed, Rusty's song transformed. He blended his rooster's strength with the nightingale's melody, creating something new. His cock-a-doodle-doo shimmered with moonlight, rising and falling with emotion. He added trills and coos he'd practiced in secret, now fitting perfectly. The nightingales watched in awe as Rusty found his true voice. Luna whispered, "You didn't need our song. You needed to find your own." Rusty felt grateful. His friends hadn't changed him. They'd helped him grow. He stood tall, no longer the shy rooster from the farm. He was Rusty, composer of the dawn. He wanted to give his friends a gift in return, a sunrise song, born from his heart and their inspiration. The moment to share his new song had come. As dawn approached, Rusty turned to his friends. "Will you sing with me?" The nightingales chirped, "Yes." Excited to welcome the sun for the first time, Rusty began with a gentle melodic cock-a-doodle, full of the night's magic and the promise of light. The nightingales wove their silvery notes around his, creating a bridge between night and day. As the sky blushed pink and orange, Rusty's song grew stronger, a joyful anthem to the rising sun. The nightingales soared with him, their voices sparkling in harmony. The whole valley seemed to listen, the moon petals stayed open, and the sun shone on their little orchestra. Their song was a celebration of friendship and finding your true voice. When the final note faded, a peaceful, contented silence filled the garden. Rusty and the nightingales had created a perfect harmony between sun and moon. From then on, Rusty's life was filled with music and friendship. His morning call became a beautiful song, making everyone on the farm smile. The other roosters stopped teasing and asked, "How do you make your crow so happy?" Every evening, Rusty visited the whispering garden where the nightingales waited for him. Their friendship blossomed, and together they practiced new songs under the moonlight. Rusty belonged in both worlds, the sunny farm and the magical garden. Their dawn duet became a legend, the sunrise serenade. Animals from all over the valley woke early to listen, their hearts filled with peace. Rusty learned that true harmony comes from celebrating every unique voice. With his friends, he found his true song and happiness ever after.